Hey, good morning, guys. I'm going to make 3 videos for you today. We're going to talk about the first video, which is the difference in using the Python idle versus what we've been doing. And then we're going to talk about abstraction and how we can do that. And then after we've learned that and we've been using import, we're going to go ahead and talk about the different ways. So let's go ahead and get started with the first one. So this one's going to be on Python idle. So basically what I want you to do is open up the search menu, and if you've already installed Python, which all of my machines already have, when you search Python, you will find this. If you haven't installed Python, this will not show any results. You'll have to download Python first. So if you look on Google and download it and then install it, you'll end up having these programs. Now, I don't have any shortcuts on my desktop, so I'm just going to search for it. Now you see a couple different options here. So I want to first start with this one. So this is just the regular 32-bit. If you open up this Python option and it basically allows you to run Python, this looks a lot like something else. Well, do you know what it was? From a different video maybe? CMD stands for command line. Okay, so, and I have a different couple. So this command line right here is basically not the same as this. They look very similar. In fact, they almost look identical if you were to be honest. Now the difference is this is basically a place where you can do a lot of stuff from here. So the command line, if you've used the command line to install programs using git or pip install or some other type of commands that you found online, this is where a lot of the magic happens. Okay, so a lot of the stuff you find online that has you doing things from the command line, which is great, and like would be like 8,000 tutorials if I wanted to go over it. I don't even know it that well, but this is not going to be the same as this. This is a Python shell. You can tell distinctly, typically the Python shell has 3 arrows. So this basically runs like behave. So if in the command line I type 5 plus 6, it does not know what the heck I'm telling it to do. Okay, but if I do over here and I type 5 plus 6, since it's Python, Python can be used as a computational computer. So there it goes. So this is the first thing, is don't confuse this Python shell with the command prompt. Now if you choose the idle, which is what we're going to be using, so either of these idles will work. We're going to use the top one. So anything that says IDLE is what you want. It opens up a Python shell. It's actually seemingly the same. In fact, it does behave the same. It's a little bit different. It has a little bit of, it shows outputs as blue, and it does a little bit different. But you'll notice it has these options here. So it's actually a GUI, meaning it's a graphic user interface, and it allows us these options. Okay, so from this option, we can actually create new files. Okay, so before I do that, let me make a folder. So I'm going to right click on my desktop, click new folder, and I'm going to call this, I want you to put your last name, and then I want you to underscore Python. Okay, and we're just going to make a folder for Python files because there's nothing in there. Now if I open that, there's nothing in it. I could make new files from here. So I could do a new file, but you'll see there's no Python file option. Okay, so I could try a text document and then like change it, but it's a lot easier just to create a file from here. New file. See, look, there it is. Now it's not saved or anything, but from here you'll see it actually behaves much like any other file. So here's another example. So import turtle, and if I want to, I can save this as, and I'm just going to call it the test. However, be careful here. When you're doing Python files, I'm going to save it in my folder I just created. I want to make sure it's save it as Python file, so it should be okay. But just to make sure, I'm going to get in the habit of adding the extension .py. So you know how Word ends in .doc or an image like a JPEG with .jpg. The extension for Python files is py. So you'll be using that .py. It's not like I just made that up. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and save that, and now when you look in here, you see the little symbol? It knows that this thing that I just created is a Python file. And if I open it, it'll actually run it in the thing. Of course, it doesn't do anything because there's nothing in it. But if I said print, come on, Alan. If I tell it to print hi, so I could run it here, so it runs it in this shell. So there's the program. But I could also run it in here. But it'll just say hi really quick and then disappear. I don't know if you noticed that, but it runs it and then closes it, because once it's over, it ends. So Alright, that's the end of this video. Hopefully you understand the difference. This is the environment we're going to be using for the next two videos. See you in the next one.